Hi, this is the old guy. Today's little lesson is on how to take over your own health care. And I'm telling you, you do whatever it takes for you to get healthy. It's a great workout this morning at Garden of the Gods. I've been thinking about some of the issues surrounding us oldsters, period, let alone us who are trying to get back in shape. You know, after having been athletic or active. I'm a retired RN. Also, I was a LexisNexis, still am really, certifications for life, a researcher. I know how to find out information. I also know the system. I was in it as a medical professional, and then I'm still in it as a patient. We think of Medicare, we think, oh, I have Medicare coverage and they're paying for me. No, they aren't. They aren't paying enough, and they aren't paying for you. You paid for you, my friends. You paid for you. Garden of the Gods, where else? You paid for you. You paid into Medicare. And they're giving that Medicare money out to everybody and their mother. We have a copay. Think of that. Take it from there. So why is the medical system supposed to be set up? For our benefit and for our long life. And I'll tell you this, having been on the inside and having been on this side, the medical system is there to take everything from Medicare when we get older that it can harvest. That's why instead of offering alternatives, they offer us Lipitor. Instead of offering, for instance, chelation, they offer a lifetime of heart medication that will end up in an early death. That's why certain tests that are given to those with, for instance, Cadillac insurance, and that's the really good insurance, like federal government insurance, that's why they give them a different testing protocol than they give us. They give us the lower one that will knock us out of the loop for medication coverage. There are medications that can extend our life. They're very inexpensive, and they don't want to give them to us. They'll give them to the people with better insurance. So realize this medical system is not in place to benefit you. It's to benefit the medical system. Now, I don't blame the doctors, the nurses, everybody else along the way. I will blame the hospitals. The hospitals are set up to have minimal staff for patient care, and they have a cost-benefit ratio. For instance, if they get somebody our age in from the nursing home, if they can allow them to continue to be dehydrated, underfed, and get them out the door just to meet the standards to get them out the door, they will. I've had personal stories of bringing an elderly person into the hospital, and they leave in worse condition than they came in with, and it was simple dehydration. Also stories of people going into nursing homes in decent shape, and because of chronic dehydration and underfeeding, die early. So don't think that the medical system is in place to benefit us. It's to benefit the medical system. We're in America. That's corporatism. That's capitalism. So the other thing to consider is that the foods that they give us, the additives, are meant to allow us to work our entire working life, and then right at the end of that life, struggling through to get to work because we're ill, we become chronically ill, we become overweight, we get hypertensive, we have hardening of the arteries, and our hearts start going, but we fight, that work ethic. That work ethic is so that we'll work until the day we're about to drop. Then, when we can't work anymore, we're just at retirement age. Get this. So we are no longer a productive unit for the big corporations. And now we start falling apart. Now we start dying. How many people have you heard of who retired and then died, within 3 years? That's so common. It's not because they quit working. It's because the system has it planned so that they're worn out enough, they're sick enough with all these additives and these foods and these non-incentives to stay healthy. And they die because that was part of the plan. Now they aren't taking up Social Security money from the trust fund. Now they aren't taking up company pensions, et cetera, et cetera. Take a different plan here, folks. This is the old guy telling you. I've been through it. I've been through it all. They almost killed me with overdoses on opioids. The opioids that induced seizures that they gave me medication for that almost killed me. I know. I've been there. I understand the action. I'm a retired RN. Trust me when I tell you, this system is trying to kill us all and knock us off at a younger age. We could live a lot longer if we did it right. So here's the plan. Get your butt out of that chair. Number one, get your butt out of the chair. Number two, take care of your own health now. We've trusted doctors. Where's it gotten you trusting doctors? I had a cardiologist who actually gave my dad heart failure, gave him a pacemaker when he didn't need one. My dad was a marathoner. He ran 42, 43 beats per minute on the heart rate every day. He said that was low, gave him a pacemaker, started him into a spiral that ended up being heart failure. Dad had to quit his daily walk of 3 miles over that, and then it was downhill from there. Take control of your health care. Nobody else is going to do it. You're the only one that can do it. What they tell you. You research it. And I'm going to tell you, there are RNs out there. Some of them are just going along with the system. But there are some who understand what I'm telling you. Half the ones I knew understood what I'm telling you. The other half were just going along with the system and killing themselves with the medications and the foods that the system had to offer. So find that person, find that resource. You know, some of the herbalists really understand a lot about this. You know, the herbal shops that do holistic healing. I'm not talking crystals. I'm talking what you ingest. I'm talking about what you drink. I'm talking about that type of thing. So go find a resource who is along my line. And if you have any questions, now I can't give medical advice, right? I'm telling you what I did for me. I'm not telling you what to do for you except for to take control of your own health care. And along the way, I'll tell you what I did for me. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm going to wind this down. In Garden of the Gods, thank God. What a beautiful place to work out. Get out of the chair. Get out of the chair. Quit eating sugar. Fats are fine, but not hydrogenated vegetable oil. Remember I've told you about that? Don't do hydrogenated. Don't do MSG, don't do hydrolyzed, don't do anything that you see yeast in it. Yeast is the great basis of a lot of poisons in our food when they go and trick it out in some chemical process. So this is the old guy signing off. I want to wish you a blessed day. And again, get out of the chair. Get out of the chair.